Thank you for coming. Today I'm going to present you a journey of Oriental cosmetic. So when did it start? In China, using beauty products have a very long history. The earliest in written record is start at Tang Dynasty, which is between BC 15. So it's over 3,500 years history. And it describes people how to use brush. And then earliest archaeology finding is Han Dynasty, which is roughly BC 200. And from Changsha, Ma Huangdui, Han throne. This was discovered in early 1972-73. Inside the throne, they can find brush, eyebrow pencil, and even face powder. And we are all taught what is Oriental beauty. Here is 5 major elements. Lip need to be red and small. For the eyebrows, need to be a willow leaf shape. And phoenix eye. For the skin, snow skin, that means white. In Oriental, we believe, if you have a white skin, it can cover all your impurity. And also, why, if you are a salesperson, if a Chinese lady approaches your counter to buy a foundation, you always need to sell her the foundation at least 2 or 3 shades lighter than her skin. Of course, for hair, need to be black. This is the classic description of Oriental beauty. The eyebrows, eyes, lip, face, and hair. So in Tang Dynasty, they already have produced brush. In Chinese, we call yan zi. Yan is an area which famous to produce brush. That's why we call it yan zi. And even nowadays, Chinese still call brush as yan zi. And there's an ancient method of how to produce or making brush. The main ingredient is flour, the colorful flour, and lipid, often using camellia oil, and vegetable wax. Sometimes they will also use beeswax, and some flour, and water. And how it made, it boiled the flour again and again, saturated it. Each time you add in new flour to make a very saturated color solution. And then on another pot, you dissolve some vegetable oil in lipid. And then mix in the flour and the different saturated color solution to make different shades. And then fill in the container. There is another method. They just soak some silk sheet, very thin silk sheet in the saturated color solution and let it dry. And for this, they can even use for lip. You just put in their lip and like that. And if they want to use as a brush, just add 1 or 2 drops of water and create a color and put it on their face. So some photo show you how it can make. Flour, oversaturated, and then you dissolve the wax into lipid, and then add in the flour, and then mix in your color to whatever shade you like, and then fill the container, let it dry and cool down. And then in Zhanguo period, roughly BC 500, they already have record how they make the eyebrows pencil. It's very simple, burning a willow root to become charcoal, and then use like a pencil. And then again in Zhanguo period, they also have how to make the lip color. Some of the main ingredients, cinnabar, animal fat, paper. So they make the color into a lipid solution and soak the paper in. And then when they use it, you just put in a lip and it will stain in your lip. And in Tang Dynasty, there's already have a record how to produce face powder. And this is a very important in Oriental Beauty. Oriental people, especially Chinese, Korean, Japanese, they like their skin to be white. So there's a lot of, and in the old day, they mainly used all the natural ingredients. And rice is the most common ingredient to make a face powder. And mixed with some Chinese herb, so it will have some scent. And there's a method from the ancient record how they made it. So rice or corn, burnel, clove, jasmine, all sorts of different scent which can make the powder have some nice scent. So basically, you need to soak your rice or corn in water for many, many days. Some depend on the weather. Summer is shorter, winter is longer. You need to let the rice naturally fermented. After that, when you feel the rice, it's become a bit soft, then you can drain it. And then mix in all the herb or some traditional Chinese medicine and let it stand and air dry. Then they use grind it to become very fine powder and drain out the water and then make it like a thick paste so you can mold it in different shape. So you soak the rice, let it ferment it, and then you use the grind to make it to very fine powder. And then you drain it. And then become a very thick paste, right consistent. You can use a mold. This one it will make into a tiny little drop. So when you use it, you just take 1 or 2 tablets, mix a bit with water, and then you can spread it in your face. And then from China to Japan, in Tang Dynasty, monks bring all these Chinese beauty routine to Japan. And it affect how the Japanese develop their beauty routine, especially the Geisang and Miko tradition. So I will show you a picture correlated with what you see before the Oriental Beauty. So this is a typical geisha. And you can see the black hair, willow-shaped eyebrows, eyes, lip, and snow skin. And there is a few still existing traditional Chinese cosmetic brand. Yeah, some is very ancient, over 400 years history. Okay, Dai Chunling established in 17th century, which is in the Ming Dynasty in Yangzhou. And the classic product is face powder. And this, people say, probably is the first pressed powder in the world. And it make it into like an egg shape. And also in Qing Dynasty, they are the supplier to the royal family, like royal warrants this day. So their classic product is an egg-shaped pressed powder. And I have bring some, and all of you can try. Yeah. It's scented with different scents, jasmine or... Yeah, you can. So they still keep in very traditional ways. And for the company, this they so-called a classic collection. So the brush, and more modern, they cannot just live based on the classic product. So they also develop new products which more close to today's cosmetic. And there's a cream, so you can try the texture as well. Yeah. So the formula are more or less similar to the current Western brand. They use hyaluronic acid, peptide, this kind of product. Yeah. And this brand is like a re-established brand probably 20 years ago. The company kind of slowly died off in late Qing Dynasty, which make another brand start to establish. Xie Fu Chun, which established in early 19th century in Qing, also in Yangzhou, and they also participate in the 1910 the Panama Pacific International Export and won a silver medal. And the owner of this company actually is a trainer from Dai Chunling, which you try now, and then left the company and established his own company. Also, the key products, similar shape. Yeah, because he learned from Dai Chunling. So here is one from different company, also a pressed powder. So can you feel the texture of the powder or even the cream? So they also reproduce a brush. It's very pretty. Yeah. And of course, for the company nowadays, they also produce a various range of products. Everything, face mask, cleanser, toner, cream, some ampule as well. And then another brand which we have been introduced, I have introduced in last talk in 2014, a classic brand established in Hong Kong. Their key product is floral water, is similar to eau de toilette. And also they have hair tonic, cold cream, and towel powder. And I have bring a hair tonic oil for you to try the texture. Yeah, finish. And so keep your hair moist, black, and scented as well. If you like, you can go out. Yeah. A bit. Yeah. And hair is very important in the ancient China, ancient history, and for especially for lady, they're kind of not cutting their hair in their almost entire life. So that's why they can make a very nice. And all these products you still can buy in the market. And then this is a more modern brand, Herbal Risk, which established only in last century, 1995, based on Chinese herbal medicine concept. All the products use a lot of Chinese herbal, and they have established a full range, even a man range as well. Yeah. And I bring one of the masks, whitening mask. You know, very important in the Asian market, whitening. That's the key. You can try the texture. And the smell also have a bit of a herbal smell. Yeah. And this is one of the major local brand in China market. Apart from in China, they have established the concept of traditional Chinese medicine incorporate with cosmetic. Even in other part of Asia, also this concept become much popular this day. So Shiseido, and Shiseido, even the brand name is come out of a Chinese Yi Jing. And the logo using camellia flower as well. So originally, the company set up to be a pharmacist, produce drug, things like that. And because of the cost is very high, slowly they move towards to become a cosmetic and beauty company. And they produce the first toner, very famous toner, in 1897. And until now, they're still selling it. And you can see the change of the bottle. Yeah, if you like, you can try the the hair oils. Another brand come from Korea, Shuhua, slightly younger. It established in the late 60s. Also incorporate Chinese medicine into their products. They use a lot of Chinese herb and have a very extensive collection and now become quite popular in Asia, the brand. And history of war, even youngest. This company is belong to LG Beauty, and they was commissioned by Korean government, want to bring back their ancient, Korean old dynasty, the beauty routine. So the focus also very much in herbal. Yeah, that's it. And if you like, I have some pressed powder to give away.